All right, it says we are live. But with all of this delay, it's kind of hard for me to tell on my end. I'm hoping the audio's working. It looks like the audio's working, but let's go ahead and get started. So nobody's here and that's fine. But what I was kind of thinking is that I'm just going to go live every Thursday, and it would be cool to turn this into a Q&A. But today I just really feel again like just kind of, oh, hey, how's it going, man? That's funny. On my end, it doesn't say anybody's here. But let's go ahead and, well, actually, if you're here, I'll go ahead and ask you, like, is there something you want me to cover about this or anything like that? Because I came in kind of without a specific idea today. Though I'm probably still going to, like, do a little bit of sound design stuff. That's most of what I've been learning. I like the wavetable synth a lot these days. More of randomness. That's interesting because I don't really, I don't do a lot of random stuff, and that'd be a fun kind of challenge and type of thing. And so let's do some. Oh, how to break out of the 4-bar loop. You're going to have to look to somebody else for that. I need to learn how to do that. I swear I get caught in like, well, no, I'm stuck in the, I'm stuck in the 8-bar loop. That's where I get stuck every single time. So that's all I can help you is make it so that you're stuck in a slightly longer loop. Anyway, yeah, so let's do some of the, let's start with some percussion. I like that idea. Oops. Keep hitting shift. And let's, are we feeling faster or slower? Do I have something on this track already? No, I don't know why the tempo's up there. Let's do, you know what? Actually, let's get, do you want to get really fancy? I'm kind of tempted to get really fancy. Like I think I might do some really weird random stuff. Let's just change this to being 8 steps. Random percussion is going to be cool. I actually like, so I'm going to switch gears because you just mentioned random scramble to start the sound design process, and that's something I've been doing a lot. So it seems like it scrambles everything that you have, all 4 pages, and except for it doesn't change which engine you're on. And what I'm hearing here is there's some portamento on it, and I don't like that, so I'm going to go to M2, hold shift, decrease this second, and now there's not that slide. Key tracking. I wonder if we should have this, put this on, we could, well, let's keep with the pattern of random, and let's not make it tempo synced, but on the faster side. And where was it I was going to put that? I was going to put that right on the cutoff. And let's not tempo sync that either. Okay. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting it to sound that interesting. I'm kind of, part of it is this filter envelope that was on whatever preset is on there by default. Oh, no, wait, I scrambled this, so who knows? Oh, and I don't like that it's turning off the randomization, so I'm going to change the... which one is it? Jeez. Oh, there we go, the envelope. So that way it's just a straight line. Keeps it even. Oh man, that's hard for my eyes to focus on at times. What if we just layer this with another one and then we just randomize this one a bunch too? I am not a huge fan of this. All right, that's fine. We'll stick with this instrument. I don't know if I can help you that much with the random pads. Ooh, you know, drum and bass is something that I actually really enjoy, and I haven't really pulled off successfully on OPXY yet. It's a genre that I'm like not good at, but for some reason I'm like really fascinated with it. Partly because it seems like those producers know a lot more than I do. So what if we tried to transform this into some sort of D&B tune? That could be actually... I think that's where I'm going, actually. Let's do that. So the first step is, of course, let's bring it up to at least 170. Let's just go with the good old boom bap thingy, or whatever you want to call that. Let's make this start a little later. Maybe a little higher pitched. I actually liked it originally. Let's make it so that it goes... we'll have that happen every second time. We'll have these happen every second time, and then maybe every fourth time I'll have this multiply by 2. At some point I need to do a step components video, but like, I don't know. I have so many thoughts on them. I'll just copy this kit and then paste it here. Let's replace that one with, I don't know, I guess something from some other kit that I've probably just taken from like Native Instruments or whatever, which I paid money for at some point for some reason. Here we go. Yeah, let's start with that. Add a filter. Then every couple I will put in. Let's do that every 4. Yeah, a lot of people use drum breaks. I don't think I have any loaded on the XY right now, actually. I go through phases with that. I've never really learned how to do that properly, so I mean, like, I've got like kind of no right to even try on some level. Like, I'm definitely not good at that. You know what? I don't even know why I'm going that route. Let's just stick with just the basic pattern, and let's try to like get like some sort of sub bass or something just to start off. Probably not that. Let's scramble it a few more times, see what happens. That might be interesting if it's tempo synced. Let me make FX1 a distortion instead of a delay. Maybe I have that bass up too loud. So we need something to like build up to this, I guess, don't we? Because otherwise this isn't really much of anything. Well, we'll just copy and paste that, move to 2. What have I done? I'm still getting the hang of arranger mode. I don't get it still. Let's just be lazy. Lower velocity, and I'll just make this those 4 steps. Yeah, this is what I mean by saying like I'm totally unqualified to make D&B, because I'm like, what is this? Like, this is not this is not what I had in mind when I set out. This is not what any of my favorite D&B songs sound like. This is kind of goofy. Let's see. That already sounds better than whatever we got over here, but actually maybe we'll just layer it then. What if we use the mixer to take track 5, maybe pan that slightly to the left and track 6 slightly to the right? What does it sound like individually? Okay, so you know what? Let's just go ahead and try to pretend like I'm going somewhere with this. Let's have an intro part. Sorry about that. Let's have an intro part, and let's do an 8-bar intro that is going to take the drive from, oh my God, why did I do that? The drive from down here to the maximum. And I'm going to have it do that over the course of, 8 bars. So let's see how this goes. Oh, right, I got to smooth it out, though. What if I recorded some pitch bend on that? How sensitive is the pitch bend? Let's make it kind of extreme. This might suck. Let's make the pitch bend control something else too. What if this is an octave up? Let's make it so one of these is an octave up. Let's make sure that this distortion feeds into that reverb. I mean, I don't really actually know how I would possibly do a drop from here. Come to think of it, and that's like the entire point. Oh, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Good to see you. I guess I'll call you Quantum Sheep. Unusual of you to not say bonjour, but bonjour. What if I just try to make something real cheesy? Oh, one of the things I need to do is copy and paste, or not copy and paste it, but make a new one. Let's just delete that. So that way it's not gradually increasing the drive still. But I learned earlier you got to actually automate that. Also, like, I've seen this, other people make this criticism a lot too, where it's like, why can't I just copy this scene to scene 4? That would be absolutely lovely, but instead I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what I want to copy, I guess. Actually, let's just go ahead and see what we can add. Let's try to do something weird with the hard sync engine. Why not? Isn't it supposed to be designed for this kind of thing? I think so. Let's just take the hard sync engine, let's just scramble it like a bunch of times. Turn on all that. Oh, let's turn off that low cut. Oh, man. Ooh, when you scramble it, does it change that stuff too? Let's find out. Maybe not. Yeah, so it doesn't change any of that stuff. That's really interesting. Huh. So what do we do with that? You know what? This could use some contrast. Let's use one of my weird multi-sample things. Let's see. We could use that mandolin. Oh man, come on. Yeah, there we go. What notes did I even play? Jeez. There's one note, and it's a C, and I can't even remember. Oh boy. That bodes well. Let's see. Am I getting the CPU limit icon a lot? Yeah, actually. Let's probably not right now. But honestly, like, I'm already sort of over this song. So I may be signing off oh, actually, no, I'll stay on for for at least 10 more minutes, but I might just switch gears in a second. Yeah, so I'm not seeing that right here, but that makes me curious. Let me just save this quickly. And now that I'm thinking about that icon, I get it a lot in a cover that I'm working on, which is of one of my favorite songs here. And I get the icon almost the whole time. And I wonder if it's because I'm using a couple of multi-samples, but let's see. Let me... And yes, I'm on firmware 1.0.13. I don't think there's a newer one. Of course, now that I'm talking about it, there's no CPU. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I assume it's hitting some sort of limit, but it's really weird to me that there's like a check mark in there, right? Like, what is that? Because on this one, I think I'm using several multi-sample engines. Yeah. So that makes sense. It's probably pretty demanding. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go back to that other project, whatever, even though I'm not really necessarily feeling that. Let's do something dramatic with it and change it and make it weird. Like, what happens if I go real slow with it? I'm feeling this way more. Let's play with groove a little bit, which is in the heart and in several menus. I can actually answer that about doing a resample workflow. You can like resample a bit. You can resample a little bit, but you're limited to 20 seconds at a time, so you can't do it like on an OP1 where you might be able to like actually, you know, do 20 seconds, or I mean not 20 seconds, but like, you know, 30 seconds or more. So you can't like bounce maybe a whole pattern, but you can definitely record the master output for, you know, whatever you're trying to, for like 20 seconds. But the problem is that you're recording the master output, so it's applying everything that you might have from like the saturator, from the EQ, and then from the compressor and stuff. I wish we could randomize and scramble these. That's one of the few things that I'm like willing to take a guess and say, I'll bet you that that's coming at some point. stemming out the tracks, I actually totally, if you'll humor me, I totally understand why that would be almost impossible for a device like this. Because if you think about it, if you have like punch-in effects and stuff like that, that affects what each track plays. So how would you handle that in terms of dealing with stems? Like, I guess you could have it so that the aux tracks aren't affected when it's doing that, but then it gets a little bit, I guess I'm just saying that as somebody that knows nothing about software or firmware development, like I could see that being really complicated for the way that they've set this up. Like, I'll bet you that the reason why we can't parameter lock these is because on OPZ, we've got, you are able to parameter lock it, but you can't adjust any of the start or end points on the track itself. You have to go into sampler mode and do a whole thing. So I guess I'm saying, like, I see where they're running into problems that they probably have to solve, and I'll bet you that that's one of them. Yeah, I could see it doing a stem based on song mode. I guess what I mean then is, do you run each track individually through the effects as you're tracking it out? Do you do it without the effects and then you have the effects as a separate track? I guess that's how Electron did it, I think, right? I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'm saying that's a good point. I just I wonder how you would solve that, or like what the best approach would be. Let's throw a Hail Mary and do some sort of, before I sign off in a bit here, let's do the Hail Mary here and throw the ARP on there or something. Let's actually do this entirely differently. I feel like there's something here, but I'm kind of missing it. Oh, Jeff, like, I think you're officially like maybe my first troll. I don't know. Either way, I'm happy to have you around because it means something. I'm just not totally sure what yet. But good to see you on the stream too. Oh, that's an unfortunate side effect, right? When you accidentally. Is this a? You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and call this a tribute to Luigi. This apparent hooded figure. Okay, this is like how like 90% of my music comes out, where it's like, oh, I set out to do one thing, then I changed to another, and then I changed to a totally different thing, and I still don't know how I feel about it. But let's go ahead and take the very painful process of naming this 12 December. Why not? But I honestly think that that's probably it for today, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. As I remember how to spell December. All right, well, that's the sketch from today. So thank y'all for tuning in again, and I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.